of this tape is to explain the metallizing process and equipment, view the metallizing in conjunction with edge welding of sample exhaust pipes, and to show some close-ups of samples welded and metallized. First, I'd like to introduce Art Ingram of Metco, who will explain the metallizing control unit and gun.
The unique design of the arc system is the motor that is in the gun body itself, which pulls the wire through the system, and a tension gauge here, which then pushes the wire through the front, and the wire is then fed through the electrodes. The wire comes together, forms an electric arc, and then compressed air aspirates the particles onto the part.
This part of the demonstration includes edge welding of exhaust pipe samples with stainless wire and gas shielding. After a few moments, the Metco gun will spray an aluminum coating over the weld. This burn-through weld shown is in use on the N, EK, and CH car lines. The L car will be the first to use the edge welding on the converter joints of the welded exhaust system. These samples show typical edge welds and heat-affected zones produced on this welding setup. The samples shown now demonstrate the adhesion properties of metallizing. All three samples were sandblasted at close range for about 1 minute each after being metallized. The first sample was sandblasted clean prior to metallizing, and others were metallized from 30 to 60 seconds after welding. As shown, the metallizing coating adheres best to the clean sandblasted surface, but the others stand up quite well against the abrasive sandblasting treatment. Next, we have some samples that were welded and metallized at the same time. As you can see, inferior welds were produced because the air jet from the metallizer gun blew away the shielding gas and also spread out the molten weld metal. Finally, these samples show what is expected to be produced by a proper setup of welder and metallizer. At this point in time, our research shows that the metallizing is best done at least 15 seconds after welding is completed. Also, the weld and heat affected zones must be hot for best adhesions. As a matter to note, there is an environmental impact for the assembly plants to consider. The overspray seen in this demonstration is comprised of some form of unhealthy fumes and minute aluminum particles. Collection of the aluminum particles must be performed by a wet filtration system. Also, the sound level generated by this metallizing process is approximately 135 dBA. This completes our metallizing informational tape. I'd like to thank General Welders of Grand Rapids, Michigan, and Art Ingram of Metco for their help in making this demonstration possible.